Hi, Dr. Rajkumar here. Lots of noise, lots of dust about delimitation. So let us quickly go through the history. We know the Constitution of India was completely done by the founding fathers of our country, headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. If you go through the Constitution, if you take Article 82 and Article 170, very clearly it's laid down, very clear principles that after a census, there should be a delimitation. For 82 is Lok Sabha, Article 170 is for the Assembly. So, what's the meaning of this? See, if one constituency has got 2 lakh people and they have one MLA, and another constituency has got 6 lakhs people and they have one MLA, then the people are not getting an equitable representation in the assembly. So also Lok Sabha. If you look at Bihar or some parts of Uttar Pradesh, where in Tamil Nadu we have mostly 12 to 14 lakhs per Lok Sabha constituency, that is about 6 MLA constituencies. There they have 30 lakhs. So 30 lakh people are getting only one representative. Therefore, the founding fathers very clearly laid it down that there should be decennial. Decennial means once in 10 years census. And after census, give the people equal representation. And the 10 years, give the people equal representation. This went on until 2011. Unfortunately, you all know 2021 there was COVID, so this was shelved. Let us see what are the results of this. If you look at the 2001 census, you go through it. I've gone through it. You will find Villivakkam, massive constituency. Tambaram, massive constituency. Perambur, tiny constituency. Some very, very tiny. Avadi, non-existent. Therefore, after the 2001 census, by 2008, the delimitation came. I want all of you to understand what is the meaning of this. They allocated roughly about 2 lakh, 2.5 lakh per constituency, chipped off huge areas from Villivakkam, which from 5 shrank to 1.8 or 2, and they gave to RK Nagar, they gave to Ambattur, they created Avadi, they gave to Maduravayal, and they equally balanced out. Now that means somebody who was staying in, say, Adayar and was earlier part of Mylapore constituency will suddenly be part of Velacheri constituency. Sure, it doesn't matter. Every man has a vote, has a franchise. That's the principle of delimitation. Now, in the 42nd Amendment to the Constitution, in the 1975 to 1976, during the Indira Gandhi years, they decided to freeze further delimitation. That's where the trouble begins. For 25 years, till 2001. Again, after 2001, though they chipped away at the MLA constituencies, the number of MLA constituencies were not increased. So it's 234, then 234 now. Again, they pushed for another 20 years until 2026, and now the time has come for two things: to do a census, exactly as Mr. B.R. Ambedkar, the constitutional father, said, follow the census by Article 82. That is, make the representation for the Lok Sabha. I want you to hear me carefully. There are two houses of parliament, Lok Sabha and the higher house, Rajya Sabha. This is for the people's representation, namely the Lok Sabha. So we have to follow 182. I am happy that after 50 years of sleeping on it, somebody has got the guts to say, come, let us give all the people an equal amount of representation. Let there not be one MP for 30 lakh people and one MP for 12 lakh people. And that is why they said we will do delimitation and increase the number. Immediately our people said Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, and of course Tamil Nadu. Of course Tamil Nadu. We are earning so much because we did the population control and because we have less number of people. Should we have less representatives? Damn it, yes. If you look at the states with a high population like Bihar, Jharkhand, UP, they are far below us in the economic scale compared to Kerala, compared to Karnataka, compared to Tamil Nadu. Although only UP is rapidly growing thanks to Yogi ji. Again, go back to Ambedkar. Ambedkar is the man who has the maximum statues in the Republic of India, not Gandhi, not Nehru, not Patel, only Ambedkar. Because he brought equity to the millions, to the now 1.4 billion. Same Ambedkar said, you have to carry on. This is in page 425, collected works of Ambedkar, available at all Ambedkar libraries. He's talked about how a country has to, on one side, do the delimitation so that people get equal representation. But on the other side, must constantly strive scientifically, and this is the word used by B.R. Ambedkar, strive by scientific principles for population control. He has written so many articles, even in the research journal, saying, bring down the population, bring down the population. He has very clearly written, said in the Constitutional Assembly debates between 1949 and 1950, 48 to 50. He has said very clearly, those states that do not participate in aggressive scientific population control will have inequitable distribution of food, water, and other resources. And that's what is happening. So we cannot say, I've done population control. Why should I have less delimitation? You will also have, I'm coming to the third point, there is something called pro rata. Pro rata in simple mathematics means if a 65 kilogram guy gets, say, 10 chocolates, 130 kilogram guy will get double, 20 chocolates. So the pro rata distribution means no state will lose out on the proportion of seats. And there are many ways to make the delimitation happen. Will there be more seats in the north than in the south? Yes, I agree. Will there be more population in the north than the south? Yes, I agree. But I'm following the constitution. Eventually, this population control will happen completely in the north as well as in the south. Number one. Number two, it is time for all of us to sit together and say, yes, we will do the delimitation, but it should be a consultative delimitation, not my words, B.R. Ambedkar's. In other words, the states should consult. And number one, they can have, say, for example, 40% or 50% increase in seats. So now Tamil Nadu and Pondi, we've got 40, Puducherry in Tamil Nadu. That 40 may become 60. Now this is just one percentage, maybe it's 40%, maybe 50%, 60%. So UP with 80 will go to 120. It won't go to 128 or 135, etc. The projected one will be, so there's a pro rata increase. I heard P.T.R. Tyagarajan, a man whom I respect, he was just blasting away at this and saying, ask him to go back and read the Constitution of India. Read what Ambedkar has said. For everything you put Ambedkar's statue, and if you don't follow what he has said, just because for 50 years the governments were not strong enough to tell the South to keep quiet, one government is taking up in its hands and saying, we're doing it. I agree with one point that Mr. P.T.R. Tyagarajan said. He said, you can't bring it about suddenly. Yeah, let it be a consultative process. One of the ways, I went through all the artificial intelligence with AI. We can do much more than what I, for starters, can do. PTR above me can do. And even Ambedkar can do, because artificial intelligence puts all the data together. And this is what Perplexity and ChatGPT suggested. If I can think of it, can't the people in Delhi think of it? Surely they would have thought of it. They said, you can add a weighting factor. That means you can give some extra credit to the southern 4 or 5 states or whichever other state has done a good population control. More people follow cricket than any other religion in India. And we all follow this silly equation called the Duckworth-Lewis equation every time there is rain. And everybody is immediately writing all these equations, Do the same thing here. Add a little weightage for those states that organized good population control measures so that they get some benefit from that. Give a pro rata increase all around and ensure that all the Indians, every Indian citizen has adequate representation in the Lok Sabha. There is one more thing. Ambedkar left out the Rajya Sabha from this. One can even give a larger number of Rajya Sabha MP seats to those of the southern states who have done a good job with their population control. The point I am agreeing is, Yeah, maybe they brought it about a little suddenly. The point I disagree is to say, P.T.R. Tyagarajan said, you're drawing a wall between north and south. Brother, that wall has already been drawn. And you're making use of delimitation to show that the wall has been drawn between north and south. Brother, DMK is beautifully using this Black Flag Day, this Black Shirt Day, just to use this against the central government to create what is called in psychology, as us versus them. Tamils versus Hindi speakers. Chennai versus Delhi. You create one fear, one terror. And everybody will say, I'll go with Tamil Nadu. I don't want to go with Delhi. I don't want to go with Hindi. It's a beautiful strategy. I must congratulate them, but nevertheless, a strategy that is not quite in keeping with the Constitution of India. I would think that perhaps the timing was a little quick, but that's okay. They've still brought it up. It is still open in Parliament. You know that the BJP does not have a majority in Parliament with 242 seats. If you all want to oppose, you oppose it. Do a consultation. Give a weightage for those who had population control, and above all, give more for Rajya Sabha. But if Modiji's government, also like Indira Gandhi's government, will push, or even for that matter, the 1999 to 2004 Vajpayee government, just pushed on block 25 years. I think at some point of time, one has to bell the cat. Some point of time, you can't go on freezing forever. And then after 25 years, they will say another 25 years. That would be grossly against what B.R. Ambedkar, Patabi Sitaramalu, and all these other founding fathers of the Constitution wanted us to do. So I think the right answer is a right mix of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. I want everyone to understand this is being done so that people can get representation. And this, we're talking about, these people are Indian people, our people. Just to say you'll have one more MP, I'll have one less MP, that also they're saying you'll have equal number. Yes, P.T.R. Tyagarajan wanted that to be written in the bill. Perhaps it can be written in the bill that there will be a pro rata increase in the number of parliamentary seats. But that is not a reason to say, pass this bill and we'll see what we can do. Pass this bill and we'll wear all these black shirts. That is just saber rattling. That is just electioneering. That is just election strategy. Finally, I want to tell the public two more things like this, but I saw the same posters in black. SIR. What did the SIR do? What did these intensivist roles do? They knocked off 97 lakh unnecessary votes. Dead people who are living somewhere else, people who are just small houses, 400, 300 votes, Golmaal votes, because each vote carries money, just for that. It rooted it off. For the first time since independence, this SIR, which the same DNK put all over South India, all over Tamil Nadu with black, that SIR rooted out 97 lakh. For the first time since independence, Pondicherry voted for a 91.2%. Earlier it used to be 62%, 42%, 52%. Assam voted for 85 to 87%. To that extent, the polling is now showing us the truth. Dear citizens, we want the truth. We want our constitution to be played out. Otherwise, you have the gumption. You can come in and do a constitutional amendment and put a personal freeze. But we are now, the BJP is now sitting in the chair, and it is very, very bold, very brave to bring in this. One final point is in sections 330 and 332 of the Constitution. Mr. B.R. Ambedkar has said the SC and the ST should also be given equal representation as this grows. Women should also be considered for representation. He didn't say 33%, but now Modi ji has brought about with the amendment in 2019. He's brought 103rd Amendment, a great 103rd Amendment, 33% will be women. Yes, I know that P.T.R. Tyagarajan sir is saying, oh, this is a smoke screen. They are both slightly different, bringing in this act as well as the women. But at least I am happy that a government has got the guts and the belly and the fire in the belly to open out the 2029 to women. The last point I want to say is, if the census has to be done, it will take 2 years, 3 years, and this delimitation process will just drag on forever. And that is why they wanted to bring this amendment so that this can be done before the census itself, based on the 2011 census. This is not based on an imaginary census. It is based on the 2011 census, the last census that was done in the Republic of India. So I want to complete by saying, lot of storm, but inside a teacup. Lot of noise without real gain. This is something like saying one man drank water and wine one day, he got drunk. Water and whiskey, he got drunk. Third day, water and brandy, he got drunk. Fourth day, water and rum, he got drunk. Fifth day, he said, this water is making me drunk. The problem is in the booze, not in the water. The problem is in the interpretation, not in the act, not in the constitution. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.